During the 17th century, a Minehead boy got captured by pirates, sold into slavery and forced to convert to Islam. But what happened next inside this very building is remarkable. During the 1600s, the waters around southwest Britain were a dangerous place to be. Not just because of storms and shipwrecks, but because pirates from North Africa routinely raided ships throughout the Bristol Channel. In one famous raid in 1627, they reached as far north as Iceland, carrying hundreds of people away into slavery. 400 years ago, the harbour here at Minehead would have been very busy. Ships would have been leaving here regularly to go all around the world, but the sea was not the only danger lurking beyond the horizon. Pirates operating from North Africa regularly attacked European shipping. Entire crews could disappear into captivity. During the 17th century, one young Minehead boy suffered exactly that fate. Captured by pirates, he was taken hundreds of miles from the Somerset coast to Algiers in North Africa, a journey that would change his life forever. A world completely different from the Somerset he had left behind. The journey itself was said to be an ordeal. Captives could find themselves chained to the oars of slave galleys for hours at a time, lashed if they slowed. Once in Algiers, many were forced into brutal labour, including harbour dredging and stone cutting. Work so demanding that many never survived it. And this wasn't simply imprisonment, no, the boy had become a slave, and later writings tell us how he was imprisoned and endured conditions alongside many other Christian captives. According to those who survived and later wrote about their experiences, cruelty and violence were commonplace. For many captives, there was little hope of ever seeing home again. To improve his chances of survival, he went on to convert to Islam, a decision that would later shock many within the Christian community, a process known as taking the turban. For Christian captives, there was one way to improve their chances of survival. It became known as taking the turban, converting to Islam. While it did not necessarily bring freedom, it could spare a man from the harshest labour and may well have saved this young Minehead boy's life. Eventually, he managed to escape his situation and begin the long journey home. Yet his remarkable story was not over. Having returned as a Muslim in the eyes of the church, a special ceremony was held here at St Michael's to formally convert him back. On the 16th of March, he stood before the congregation in St Michael's Church to be readmitted into the faith he had once left behind. Standing before a congregation inside of this very church, he publicly renounced Islam before being formally welcomed back. Church records tell us that he stood before the congregation wearing the clothes associated with his years in North Africa. By the end of the ceremony, he had publicly renounced Islam and been readmitted into the church. Whilst the story contains piracy, slavery and religion, at the heart really is the story of a young boy from Minehead who went on to survive unimaginable things, taken for years, to return later to this very church, albeit a very different person. Yet accounts suggest he continued wearing those clothes afterwards, and some believed he had never completely abandoned the identity that he had adopted during his captivity.